Title of the reading, The Effects of Hope, a sermon by John Owen, 1616–1683, read by faith alone, Every Creature Ministry. For more of our works follow us on youtube.com/c/Every Creature Ministry or t.me/Every Creature Ministry. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Colossians chapter 1 verse 27, Hope is a glorious grace whereunto blessed effects are ascribed in the Scripture, and an effectual operation unto the support and consolation of believers. By it are we purified, sanctified, saved, and, to sum up the whole of its excellency and efficacy, it is a principal way of the working of Christ as inhabiting in us. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Col 1:27, where Christ evidenceth his presence with us, he gives us an infallible hope of glory, he gives us an assured pledge of it and worketh our souls into an expectation of it. Hope in general is but an uncertain expectation of a future good that we desire. But as it is a gospel grace, all uncertainty is removed from it that would hinder us of the advantage intended in it. It is an earnest expectation, proceeding from faith, trust, and confidence, accompanied with longing desires of enjoyment. From a mistaken view of its nature, few Christians labor after it, exercise themselves unto it, or have the benefit of it, for to live by hope, they suppose, infers a state not only beneath the life of faith and all assurance in believing, but also exclusive of them. They think to hope to be saved is a condition of men who have no grounds of faith or assurance, but this is to turn a blessed fruit of the Spirit into a common affection of nature. Gospel hope is a fruit of faith, trust, and confidence, yea, the height of the actings of all grace issues in a well-grounded hope, nor can it rise any higher. Rom 5:2-5. Now, the reason why men have no more benefit by this excellent grace is because they do not abide in thoughts and contemplation of the things hoped for. The especial object of hope is eternal glory. Col 1:27, Rom 5:2. The peculiar use of it is to support, comfort, and refresh the soul in all trials, under all weariness and despondencies, with a firm expectation of a speedy entrance into that glory, with an earnest desire after it. Wherefore, unless we acquaint ourselves by continual meditation with the reality and nature of this glory, it is impossible it should be the object of a vigorous, active hope, such as whereby the Apostle says, we are saved. Rom 8:24. Without this we can neither have that evidence of eternal things, nor that preparedness in our minds for them, as should keep us in the exercise of gracious hope about them. Suppose sundry one persons engaged in a voyage unto a most remote country, wherein all of them have an apprehension too that there is a place of rest and an inheritance provided for them. Under this apprehension, they all put themselves upon their voyage to possess what is so prepared. Howbeit, some of them have only a general notion of these things, they know nothing distinctly concerning them, and are so busied about other affairs that they have no leisure to inquire into them, or do suppose that they cannot come unto any satisfactory knowledge of them in particular, and so are content to go on with general hopes and expectations. Others there are who by all possible means acquaint themselves particularly with the nature of the climate whither they are going, with the excellency of the inheritance and provision that is made for them. Their voyage proves long and wearisome, their difficulties many, and their dangers great, and they have nothing to relieve and encourage themselves with but the hope of the country whither they are going. Those of the first sort will be very apt to despond and faint, their general hopes will not be able to relieve them, but those who have a distinct notion and rehension of the state of things whither they are going, and of their incomparable excellency, have always in a readiness wherewith to cheer their minds and support themselves. In that journey, wherein we are engaged towards a heavenly country, we are sure to meet with all kinds of dangers and difficulties. It is not a general notion of blessedness that will excite and work in us a spiritual, refreshing hope. But when we think and meditate on future glory as we ought, that grace which is neglected for the most part as unto its benefit, and dead as unto its exercise, will of all others be most vigorous and active, putting itself forth on all occasions. This, therefore, is an inestimable benefit of the duty exhorted unto, and which they find the advantage of who are really spiritually minded.